Hi, Frost Flyers. You have made it to week 5, and I am so incredibly impressed with all of your dots. Last week was International Dot Day, and all of you turned in some amazing artwork. I want you to see some of the artwork that I received and look at the dots. And then after you look at the dots, our lesson for this week will appear. Frost Artists, this week we are going to learn about architecture. Do you know what architecture is? Architecture is the process and product of planning, designing, and constructing buildings. I want you to take a walk around your neighborhood. Look at the buildings in your neighborhood. Look at their roof. What shape are they? Do they have columns on the front porch? Are they square? Are they rectangle? Take a look at the buildings and then come back, and we are going to create some architecture ourselves. Okay guys, this week you're going to need a white piece of paper, a pair of scissors, glue sticks, and some construction paper. Now, I have already cut my construction paper. You're gonna need to take some construction paper, cut it into little shapes. I just took 3 or 4 pieces, I put them together. I cut rectangles, I cut some triangles, I left some big, some are small, but I have lots of different shapes, and I have more paper if I need to cut some more shapes. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, we are going to think about the shapes that we used whenever, the shapes that we saw when we took our walk. Now, in my neighborhood, some houses are squares, like this. Some of them have a little porch on the front with columns, like this. Then some of them have a tall pointed roof. So I probably could use this piece of paper to cut a triangle for the roof. Let's see if I can do that. There we go, there's a roof. Yeah, that'll work. Then most of the houses in my neighborhood have windows, so I'm gonna need some windows on the front. Now, you may think about some other kind of building. If you want to do, say you live in the city and you want to do some tall buildings, we could get rid of this little house. And we could do, I have some more papers over here. We could do some tall buildings. We might even put a short building in there. And then do another tall building over here off the side. But once you get your building pieces, ready, then you're going to glue them down. You can use a glue stick, or if you have another kind of glue, you can use a different kind of glue. That's up to you. Now, once you get these all glued down, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and glue these. I'm kind of taking up all the space, and I know if you look down here at the bottom of my page, Some of these are hanging off, and that's okay because I'm gonna go back. I'll go back and cut after the glue dries. I'll go back and cut it. But make sure that you're not getting too much glue. It really doesn't take that much. If you're using regular like Elmer's glue, liquid glue, I like to say dot, dot, not a lot. And that helps me remember that I'm not supposed to use too much glue. Maybe, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna do this green one over here. I'm gonna make my buildings, I'm gonna make them city buildings. So I'm gonna leave this right here, and then it's gonna hang off. Then I'm gonna turn it over, and now I can see exactly where to cut the line. It gives, if you turn it over, you know exactly where to cut it because you cut it right by the white. So cut that one. That's just a little trick about cutting things that are off the page. Now, since you have glue, make sure if there's any pieces that have glue on them that you're throwing them away. But you know what I think I can do? That looks like a perfect door for my building over here. It's kind of tall, but I think it looks pretty good. I actually like what that looks like. Then I think I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna kind of line it up there. That way I know where to cut it. And then I'm gonna make a round top for this building because I think that would kind of be cool. Yeah, we're gonna do a round top for the building. Okay, and then my last building, I'm still gonna go back and add a few more things to these, but the last building I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use some overlapping, and I'm gonna put the blue building in front of the green. I think that'll give it a little bit of dimension. I'm still gonna leave just a little bit of space. And I think I need to go back and glue this part. You may need to do that too. Using the glue stick, sometimes it doesn't always glue really, really well. Okay, so once I have my buildings, once I have all of the windows, doors, once I have all those things, then I can go back with my markers and add even more details on top. And that is, that's gonna be totally up to you how you do that, because, let's see here, I think I'm gonna do this. This is a fun little project because you can do it so many different ways. And keep in mind, I don't want you to do the same thing I'm doing. I want you to make your own building, your own city. Or if you live in the country, look at the architecture close to you. Is there a barn by you? Maybe you make a barn. Uh-oh, that didn't hold very well. Or maybe if you miss coming to Frost every day, maybe you make a school building. That would be kind of cool too. So maybe my building's gonna kind of be like this. I think I need to cut it a little bit smaller maybe. Not too much though. Okay. So I'm just gonna keep doing this for a few minutes. I'm gonna fast forward so that you can see, so you don't have to sit here and watch me for too long do this. And I want you to make your own city. Okay, so now you can see my kind of finished piece, my collage, which is cut and glued paper. I have lots more pieces I could add. I actually could do this for a lot longer. You see, this side looks a little more finished than this side. You just kind of finish yours off the way that you want to. Then once it dries, you can come back with your markers. Let me see if this marker works. I'm going to come back with my marker and I'm going to add some detail to it. Like all my windows, I'm going to make some more lines. You can use all the lines that you've been learning the last few weeks. You could add some architectural detail, which your columns might not be completely straight, or the top might have some kind of little added detail on the top of the roof. You could add bricks. You could definitely add bricks. When I draw bricks on a building, I do not do all of them. Okay, I just kind of do like this so that you know there are bricks, but it's not overwhelming. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Add some bricks down here. You could add the door. I'm gonna add like the door frame. Here's my doorknobs. Maybe this is the bank, so I want to add the sign. It's up to you what you add. If you want to add stuff in the background, you can also do that. I think I'm going to add some tiny little windows. This building has a lot of windows in it. Right at the top it does. There you go. There is my architectural piece. Friends, I can't wait to see what you come up with this week. Keep in mind, I just want to see you do your best work. So have fun with this, and I can't wait to see